Hey everyone, Pupsker here, and today in the First Descendant, we're going to go over how you can kill the Devourer fast in the First Descendant. Now, I know this boss is pretty much the worst, most annoying boss in normal mode when you start getting to it, so I'll go over a bunch of tips and tricks to make this boss actually a lot easier. So, if you go to Void Intercept Normal, Devourer is a huge pain in the butt boss. I'll talk about his mechanics, he heals up a lot, but we'll get into that more during the fight. If we quickly take a look at him though, weak point type, Pierce, I think that means he just takes a little bit more extra damage from Pierce. Attack attribute Toxic, he does toxic damage. Build your defenses Toxic Resistance. Attribute Resistances, very weak against electricity. Use electricity attributes on your guns. Electric attribute Descendants are very strong. Using Bunny does a ton of damage to this dude, so keep that in mind. And then this is the recommended normal mode Toxin Resistance that you have. I myself am way over leveled, so this is all good for me. And I'm just going to talk about the fight. These are all the weak points. This takes, what, like shatter damage, and crush damage, I think. Or like burst, sorry. Burst damage increase, and then crush damage increase. And then crush and crush. So a little bit of a boost if you have crush damage to those weak points. And yeah, that is the base Devourer right there. There are a handful of things you can do to make this boss a lot easier. The boss has a mechanic where he actually heals at a certain point, and that's where everyone usually gets stuck on him because they cannot out-damage that healing. If you have the Weaken Recovery mod, this works on the boss. On charge sub attack, outgoing healing minus 50% for 10 seconds. So you can punch the boss, reduce its healing by 50% if you have this mod. The issue is the actual acquisition of this mod is, you know, you can get it on Agna Desert normal by running these missions, and you can get it on a bunch of stuff. It's just, if you don't have it, it's kind of hard. So you might not have it at this point. If trading comes to the game, maybe you'll be able to trade for it, but hey, Weaken Recovery helps a ton. Other than that, what do you want to build? You need your weapons to do electric damage, okay? So throw on things like electric enhancements, simple enough. You need your Descendant to be tanky against Toxin Antibody, so you need some Toxin Antibody, stuff like that, so that the boss does a ton less damage to you. I'm Ajax, I'm tanky, it doesn't matter. If you didn't know, your external components can have toxin resistance on the processor. So, hey, if you're having trouble, if the boss is too tanky, or sorry, doing too much damage, you can get a processor with toxin resistance at your current level. So make sure to farm out that. Other than that, the boss is a straight up DPS check, okay? So you need to be able to build a lot of damage. Rifle reinforcing, really strong. Action and reaction is the strongest, I think, outright attack mod that you can get pretty quickly early on, because it's 61% damage increase, firearm attack increase. Fire rate up, really good, 25% increase fire rate. And then again, electric enhancement is insane, so yeah. If you have a strong weak point weapon, weak point damage is good, but I don't think weak point damage will work on the little healing totems, so yep. Build up your damage and absolutely destroy the enemy if you possibly can. This is the build I have on. It will destroy the enemy, but hey. The other thing I'd like to mention is Descendants that can kill him. Bunny, you get early on, very strong, can absolutely destroy Devourer. She runs around if you throw a SMG on her. Run around Devourer, shooting at him, avoid his attacks. You get a lot of the AoE lightning damage off. You can pop your little thrill bomb, but it kind of sucks, so you'd rather use maximum power. Bunny can do a ton of damage to Devourer. Remember that and use that to your advantage if you are having troubles. But you do have to build them defensively and tanky so they don't die. If you have Sharon, you can also build her to be able to do an absolute ton of damage to Devourer. She is an electric character. She does electric damage as well. And you know what that means? More damage to Devourer, okay? Very important to remember that you can take advantage of your character abilities to deal an absolute ton of damage to bosses. I'm not a huge Bunny player, but I could destroy him with her, and that's just how it goes. Takes more extra damage from any electric type, So yeah, let's go over the Devourer boss fight now, and we'll go over all of the mechanics quickly and talk about how it works. As always, just shoot the weak points as much as possible, try to kill the boss, and stay out of damage. Since this boss is a poison toxin based boss, it'll throw down a lot of little toxic pools and has a lot of little AoE toxin explosions. So as long as you have your defenses built up, you're good. But just stay out of the toxic pools on the ground. Use your grappling hook to grapple over stuff and quickly get around it like that. Just, you know, general advice there. I will fight the boss until his pity timer pops, but until then, this is how he works. He has about 50-50 health and shield, so you can shoot his weak points, eyes, shoulders, legs there. His chest is a big one. If you shoot that one out, he takes a lot of damage. He spawns up their little roly-polies, run to the side so that you don't get hit by all of that toxin. It does build up, so you do need to move out of the way for that, because look at that. It's gonna do a lot of damage to you at your level. Oof. If you get close to him and he does that, try to jump under his legs, and that one as well. Go either around or under the legs, if you're like a bunny or something. Because, my god, is the damage on this boss annoying, right? Look at that. You can shoot its little foot, shoot out its leg, it doesn't matter too much. The boss is gonna heal up anyways, so... Right, I can keep doing damage to him. I can shoot out his eyes and stuff, but it won't matter. You have to make sure you stay away. Always keep track of how many health balls are on the ground and where ammo is if you need it. Because a lot of these games and boss fights can be micromanaging your resources. I would say don't get too close to him, because his shots go pretty fast. So you're going to want to, and just jump around or try to avoid that one. It's toxin, it'll leave you poisoned. Kind of should expect that, right? I'm just trying to force his pity. There he goes. So now he goes invincible. You can hit him right now with weaken recovery and like punch him with melee to weaken his recovery. Then run to each one of these symbiotes. What are they? Wait, what is it? Symbiote? Symbiont. Okay. And then just destroy them. That's all you have to do. He heals up. If you're his level, it's a lot more annoying. But hey, that's okay. And then he falls, and then you kill him. And that is the entirety of the Devourer boss fight. How to fight it, how to run it, and how to make it a lot easier. Again, though, it's going to be harder at your level, of course. This is me looking back on it. It only took me a handful of tries since I had, like, well-leveled mods at the time, but electric, damage, and make sure if you have something to reduce healing, whether that be that mod or anything else that may be in the game or abilities, go for it. Sharon and Bunny early on, good electric damage, should absolutely clap the boss. You see the end result screen, like, yeah. All the normal mode bosses can just be DPS checked if you kill them fast enough, by the way, that you don't have to do their pity timers, even Hanged Man, so you can just out DPS him, but that's the entirety of the fight. So let me know what you think, sub, like, favorite, and check out all the other socials, or, you know, you can use my First Descendant creator code if you want to support the channel, buy anything in the First Descendant. Watch all the other videos though if you want. I have a lot of random videos and guides just yelling about First Descendant up, so I'll try to get more up and more helpful guides, so appreciate it.